asking a question, how do that? Asking a question, how do that? How do you do that? It's not this. When I say to kids, how do you ask a question, they do this. What's the connection? There's no connection. What is asking a question? Asking a question is being on subject, anticipating what you might want for an answer, making sure it's a timing factor that nobody else is talking at the same time, being able to anticipate whatever it is that you want from, like I said before, whatever it is you want from that question to be answered. But all those factors are in asking a question. We always say to kids, you ask, that's a silly question. Some people say, well, that's there's no silly questions. But there are silly questions. There are. There's off-task, silly questions that had no business being asked at that particular moment. And that's true. And so I have to teach them that. I say, when you're asking a question during class, it may require you to raise your hand so I can see that you have a question, but please remember, the question should have an attachment to what's going on in the class. It should be timely, meaning that it's not interrupting the middle of something. And you should anticipate what you're hoping to get an answer back from. But that's something I have to teach every single day. Probably 3, 4, 5, 10 times a day. And so kids start to understand, and then as soon as they raise their hand, I say, think about four question parts. What are 4 question parts? And I'll have a poster up there so they know what 4 question parts is. Is it on task? Is it good timing? Is it, do I anticipate what I want for an answer? That's what I want them to process in their head. So when they ask a question, it's relevant. They're going to get a good, solid answer. And they haven't created a behavior problem in the middle of it.
Thank you for watching today. While you're there, share this video with friends, colleagues, or anyone you think would benefit from it. You can sign up to receive these videos every week right in your inbox at www.christialesher.com. You can also follow me on Facebook. Join the conversation on changing the worst classroom behavior. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Polly Bath. Until next time, have a great day.